Hello and welcome to another Near Running Cast. As always, my name is Johno, and I'm joined once again by Joey. What's up, Joey?
A lot. Doing some commentary.
Yeah. We're into the double elimination of the Reading Store Champs, which took place in February.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. And we've got an all-Oxford matchup.
All Oxford. Oxford made the cut than Reading.
Yeah, was it just you?
Yeah,
Just you know, can't. You're the only Reading player. Oh, that is sad. Okay. So,
there was Aldershot. There was a good mix of local.
There were like 3 Aldershot, 2 Aldershot.
Two Aldershot, a few Reading. It was a good showing for because there was 52 players in the Store Championship. A lot of them were not local players.
Yeah,
and so we at least had a respectable number of them in the cut. So that was fun.
And that cut included these 2 Oxford players. On the left-hand side, we've got Guy, and on the right side, we've got Brendan. This is very much a kind of student versus master scenario, I reckon. I mean, Brendan
not student
is
versus
a master.
It's just like master versus quirky professor. It's like Guy isn't not a master. He just doesn't play.
He plays some weird decks.
He doesn't net deck ever. He plays Guy decks, and that's really cool. And Guy decks are always more interesting. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. Yeah. And he's always happy when I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and he's really happy about that.
He's also sporting a very fetching Red Ox City Grid mat there, yeah. That was the team map we took to Edinburgh that all of us used on the day. And he still used it, actually.
I use mine more than I use any of the official ones, because it's different.
It's more flavourful, yeah. Okay, so... Let's talk about Chaos Theory. So we had a modded Magnum Opus. That seems good.
Very good start.
Yeah, okay. And he's started checking stuff.
That's an Astro.
Was that... Yeah, maybe. So there's no inside jobs, but... and
there's SMCs.
SMCs, yeah, he hasn't got any.
Stimhack.
He's got Stimhack, RNG Interface. Yeah, these are all good cards. They're not going to get in there, though.
No. So that's got to be right. It's Astro. 1-0 to...
so he's going to install a clone chip.
No.
The launch campaign, okay. Yeah. But that will be a server eventually. And so Brendan is playing solid. He still hasn't got a current yet. Now, you like to... neither side
Did he keep his hand? No, he didn't.
They both kept their hands, yeah. You'd like to... I mean, if you had, a bunch of ice and... including a rapid launch campaign, that's decent.
If he'd have targeted marketing Opus turn 1, that would have been very bad for Guy. Probably would have given him the 10 credits. And still modded his Opus, and it's been like, oh, that sucks.
So, Brendan drew multiple cards, and he's going to play Hedge Fund. So he's got a bunch of cards now. It'll be interesting to see... Now, this is Sol, so... It's probably not doing any fast advance stuff, although it can. It'll have Sand City Grids, I think, yeah. But it's more about, it's quite glacier-y, I think. It's about setting up. I think Brendan tends to put Ash in remotes, that kind of thing. Okay. I've seen it. I don't know. It could be a different iteration.
He's played, he's probably been working on Soul for a lot. I don't know what iteration this is, but I know when I play Soul, I'm just like 3 housekeeping, deck done. Right? Yeah. I'm like, and that's what I do. Only currents. Okay. And... because I just think it's a horrible agenda, but it's always up. But Brendan, he has a toolbox of things. He has target marketing. He has paywall implementation, I think, and
so you can have currents.
The one that costs more to steal agendas.
Predictive algorithm, that's quite good. So we've got an upgrade in this remote with the launch campaign. I'm going to assume that's either an Ash or a Sansan. Yep. So like I say, NBN has fast advance. He'd be stupid not to use it. He'll have Sansans and he'll use Astro counters.
Well, it is placed on sponsored list, so it might not.
But he probably won't have Biotics, for instance. He's going to spend that influence elsewhere, I think.
Currents.
Currents, maybe. I mean, there are good in-faction currents. Meanwhile, we're getting not a lot of information about what's going on the other side. We've got SMCs, clan chips, and a lot of money. And we're going to install and...
So that was particularly quick, but I think that's because he knows that Guy isn't running Clark, right? So they know each other's deck.
He did ask, actually. So he gave him the opportunity, and that's plays targeted marketing for Snowball. Okay, so what we have here is a great example of an opponent knowing their opponent's deck.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't have chosen Snowball.
Corrodor or Lady seems like a good choice. Or... anything but Snowball.
Lady and Corrodor would make more sense, but
okay.
So that's a bit of a pity when you know
the fact that Brendan called Snowball means that I bet there's Snowball in this deck, because otherwise that's crazy. So we're gonna get a legwork into a resistor.
Oh no, he's gonna get the Snowball.
So he says, yeah, all right, whatever.
Fine. So Snowball is literally his only.
So he's going to SMC for. You might consider a Parasite or something at this point if he has one of.
I'm trying to see his deck now. I can see Stimhack. So I would have until Brendan said Snowball. Then I would have just assumed Stim Shop, right? We've seen RDIs.
Yeah.
We've seen Magnum Opus.
We're going to see not a lot. A bunch of ice. Fast track's good as well. You can fast track to get another Astro
It's got
out.
Red Santana 19 credits.
But you've got Snowball now. You can trash that Sansan.
Opus go in.
Yeah, you haven't got the money
Legwork
right now.
kick one, didn't he?
Legwork's
So
on
Opus
1.
Opus run in. I give him 7. Is it 1? I mean, go. Tell me the numbers on Snowball. I have no idea.
It's 1 to break a wraparound.
Right.
It's 1 to break a sub. It's low
1
strength, but it doesn't
1
matter.
strength,
'cause it's
1 to
wrap.
break sub, 1 to buff, but then it keeps its strength.
It's permanent strength. I think it starts strength 1. I think, but anyway, it breaks a wrap for 1 for sure.
Or does it? It does something when you use it multiple times.
It keeps strength for the run.
Right. So
So
it's
if
just
you
like
have a
Gordian
serve
Blade.
with all, Gordian Blade, yeah, same thing, yeah. So that's the only difference. It's just 14's still 1 strength.
Oh, here you go. 1/1. Yeah. But isn't there like another piece of text about using it again? Does it gain a strength or something?
No, when you boost the strength, it keeps strength for the run,
Right.
not for the encounter. So that's the difference. Like Gordian, like you say. So we're going to fast track, but he did trash the Sansan. I think that's good play.
Yeah, because now you fast track Astro.
Fast
and
track for an
score it
Astro.
in 1 turn if he doesn't trust.
Yeah, but presumably he fast tracks it and then just keeps it in hand. Seems dangerous.
Nah, not that dangerous. He
I
just
mean-
used the legwork. He's got 1 credit.
Same old thing.
But he needs to
Opus.
install Opus, same old legwork.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, you're right.
It cost, and that would put him 0 money.
Yeah.
And he still only scores it 3 out of 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just installs it.
So install the same piece of ice. So I reckon. So we saw 2 pieces of ice during that legwork. One was a pop up. I don't think it's a pop up. That was a new sound. Oh, I think it's a new sound.
Yeah.
Seems like. I mean, that's a
New sound
classic
means he needs to get a
Soul
Sentry
remote
Breaker,
ice,
'cause it says in the run, right?
and
So-
it's shaper as well.
Yeah.
So now we get to try and work out what Sentry Breaker he's possibly running.
So
I mean, is it Pipeline? No, surely not.
it could be. Hopefully for him, it's Mimic.
In Chaos Theory, could it be Garrot? Is that ridiculous?
Why did he stim
another
hack
barrier.
there, not the remote?
So he's going to stim hack R&D. That's a good question. It's a great question.
Go on, Jono, answer me that question.
So he's going to Ammon at 4. I like it. You know what Ammon at 4 breaks? New sound.
Yeah.
Very nice. So stim hack will pay for that. Okay, sure. So a stim hack will install that, and you can use a stim hack on any server you're going to run anyway.
No, you might as well.
As it happens, he can...
You might as well use that extra money to actually break and just confirm that that's
Blah.
not pop. Because if that's pop up now, he can't get
So
in.
the axe is something, we don't know what it was, but it wasn't good. Stim hack fires. He hit, okay. Film critic, sure.
Won't probably matter.
Yeah, alright, so click 1 was a stim hack on
So
R&D.
Opus run the
But he
remote.
can run the remote. Okay, he's going to run HQ. Oh, pulled a bill. Very nice. Okay. So the remote plan is off. Oh, no, no, it is off. Even if he opens, he can't run the remote now. Meanwhile, we're going to think
So
about
he can
targeting
Opus.
marketing.
He can Opus and run again. It costs him 2 credit. No, it costs him 3 credits.
It costs him
again.
3 because he's got 2 subs. He could take a tag.
He can take attack. That's true.
Yeah.
What's that going to matter? Yeah.
Yeah, he probably won't die. but
Opus
yeah.
and run in. I don't know why he ran HQ there, but it was a good idea because he got 2 points.
So targeting marketing for stim hack. We're going to run archives. So force Jackson use. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention, Joey, but that was an R&D run and an HQ run and an archives run on 1, 2, 3. That's exciting.
But he can get in there. Why does he? He doesn't need to do anything clever. He can. I know what he's playing now. He's going to question it. But like, he could have just got in. He's got the 2 breakers he needs. He could have just opused and got it.
Joey, everything they're saying is very sensible, but I don't care because in the cut we're going to get quest completed.
And it's an Astro. Yes.
Yes, Guy, yes. And he
Guy,
got the
that was
Astro.
very, very impressive. But you should just opused and gone stolen it.
Yeah, also, it was kind of dangerous because he used a stim hack, so we could have lost the quest completed. Can you imagine?
But then he would have opused, and then gone
Just run the
and
remote,
taken it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a new sound. Maybe you just installed that in the
If
full
it was
because
a
it's
pop
useful.
up, if
but
it was a pop up, then it's still.
it's still fun, yeah.
Yeah. So Guy has just
Whoa.
gone from oh my god, he's about to be 2 Astro counters
2 points
down
ahead,
to
yeah.
now.
He's 2 points
it's
up.
looking pretty good.
He's got quest completed. I mean, that's
He can't-
worth
he
an
can't-
extra point,
he can't
right?
He can't same old quest completed unless he amps up first.
He can't, yeah. He also... I mean, that's pretty much best case, right? So,
Well,
it could have been notoriety.
He's not.
That's worth less points.
Yeah.
It could have been... Quest completed
And
gets
they
you.
get an Astro.
Yes, prevents the Astro score and you get it. Apocalypse, I mean, that's good.
That would have been better. Apocalypse would have been better.
The thing is...
Well, he'd
I
lost.
probably
He
agree,
lost his
but
Atman.
is it?
He lost his Atman and his
Yeah.
Mopus, so that's
Yeah. I
that's
don't
probably
know.
not as good.
Okay, alright.
Or-
So is that an agenda? Probably is, right? It depends what that outside thing is. I mean, if it's anything that isn't a barrier...
Quest complete. Do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
So...
it's interesting.
he draws on 1. This would be interesting.
See, quest completed is clearly for like getting into like a Caprice Ash server and things. So he's not worried about wasting it in this matchup as much. Because when ETF installs Planet Caprice and Ash, quest completed is the best card you can have in your deck, right?
So he opens twice. So he's not an Astro in the remote. So he's not trying to force out another one, which is fortunate because otherwise he'd have a lot. Okay, we're going to get Jackson. All right. So, how's this looking rig-wise? We've got a Snowball, an Atman 4, and an Opus. He's only got 1 more memory free. He may well have hardware. So he can't
ship. He can't
clone chip SMC.
SMC.
Not without trashing. Snowball, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't really get rid of any of those things. Yeah.
Maybe that's not the plan. Maybe he doesn't plan to do that. Maybe he just plans to install.
I'm surprised I haven't seen a
we'll have a membership
workshop yet.
Yeah, or something.
That's
like
the way how you want to start getting your breakers down onto personal
I mean, he
workshops.
may, for all I know, he may not have personal workshops.
He's got like loads of sim
source?
hacks.
Amazing.
Yeah, guy loves the source. The source is actually really good, and that's why the film critic has just gone to the bin. But the film critic source is really good.
Yeah.
As is Dr. Lovegood with the source. I like that.
But the source will prevent him from scoring an Astro out of hand with the Astro counter.
Yeah, so that
Very
means
nice.
guy can set up now, right?
It makes Astro 4-2. It makes everything 4-2. It makes Beal 4-2. So you can't score out of hand.
But it means a Beal at 5-3 is still a thing, right?
That's the thing. Now I happen to know Brendan has a bunch of foods and Beals, and he treats them all as 5-3s that the runner only gets 2 points from. So
yeah. So his Beal is still a 5-3 even with the source.
Yeah. So he's going to install.
I had that interesting thing with a Chicana.
And he's going to double advance.
So when I 3 Chicanas out and it's like just over advance a Beal and you still get all the bonus.
So install double advance. So, okay, there's 2 scenarios here. Either it's, okay, it could be an Astro or something that he's put down and he's going to score next turn and have a click free or whatever. Yeah. It could be a Beal, he's going to score as a 5-3.
Yeah.
And the sources will be unaffected.
Or food.
Or it could be a food, which is actually a 6-3 now, and he's going to leave there for a couple of turns. Or use Astro counter, you're right, yes. That's not a bad move, actually. You be on 5 points with no counter, but you can kind of recover from that.
I got to guess it's a Beal, probably.
Do you try and run it? No, you don't. So, guy just takes 8. So he's going to advance it 3 times and score Beal for 3 points. Very nice.
And the source goes away.
Trashes the source, yeah.
Yeah, so that source didn't really
so it didn't do a
have
lot.
An impact.
It's prevented him walking out as a 2-pointer. But maybe he wouldn't have done
anyway.
That. Yeah, maybe
now he's on 5 points with an Astro counter.
Yeah, he's got to wait for the draw, right?
Yeah, that's going to be... So suddenly it's swung way back into the other way with Brendan being ahead with just needing a single 3 for 2 for the game now. He's used his fast track we know he had, and now's a good time for a... Brendan's lost a lot of his money. You could try a legwork and then R&D lock. Okay,
so goes drawing some cards and accidentally flipped over the top card of his deck. So we had a judge ruling and the well-meaning and venerable judge. Right? He has to draw it. That's loss of a click. He had a click available in his turn, so he had to draw the card.
If he didn't, it would have been a game loss, right?
That's true. Actually, Store Championship, yes. A regional, yes, definitely. I can't remember a Store Championship.
That would be a sucky game loss.
Yeah, it would.
Because Brendan could easily be like, oh, you've got a cone chip. It was clearly an accident, shuffle your deck.
Actually,
right?
It was actually... So when they asked me, they said they actually drew the card. Although actually, from looking at it, he didn't really draw it. So the risk is, as soon as it touches the rest of your hand, it's considered drawn, because it could have got mixed in.
Yeah.
But at that point, all he'd done really was just flip over the top card of
So we know which card it was, so shuffling it was an option.
Yeah, so you could have resolved it some other way. Or even just have it there, but have the opponent knows what it is. Like, so giving away illegal giving away information that shouldn't be known is a thing that the punishment is you did it. Don't do it again. You know, does that make sense? Yeah.
But you know,
it's a bit different from top card R&D.
Yeah. So I think you shuffle.
Yeah,
though,
I think you do need to do something.
But
forcing
you're right.
The draw is fine.
Forcing the draw is the cleanest way to fix it. It's just a pity that it was in a situation where Brendan could have won next turn, and so
it's not game.
He might really not have wanted to do that.
So he didn't install in the remote. So what does that mean? Do we have? Because if that was an agenda, he would have scored it. Although we did draw first, so maybe he just stuck it in. Okay. And he's worried about the source or some nonsense. It's probably safer in the remote than in his hand as well.
Yeah.
So just get it down. Okay.
Or if that's like another upgrade or something, he's just baiting a run.
What, Ash and Sansan or something? Yeah, okay. I mean, so we don't know if he can get in. He's got a clone chip, but unless the program's in the bin, he can't get it in without trashing something for the SMC. Escher.
Yeah. Wow. But he doesn't know what any of the ice is.
But he doesn't have a snowball. He can put all the barriers.
Yeah, but they're all 1 or 0 strength anyway.
It doesn't matter
whether it's snowball or corroder.
Okay, so that's what's happening. We're getting barriers galore on this remote. I love it. It's not great against fast ones though. Even if you get an agenda here, you can still score
you
a
stack the ones you know, and then just swap the other ones because I'm sure Brendan had a plan.
Just to confuse the corp. Yeah.
Hope that there's a chum he just moved to the inside.
I know. It's
probably
possible.
not. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to run. He's going to get in that server for 3 credits. So Brendan's going to res an Ash, but whatever.
That's a hard one.
So what do you do here? Because he can run again for 3. So he can pay 6 credits and a click to just get the card. Right? He can trash for 3 and then run again and pay another 3 and access.
Yeah. Or he pays 4 and trash, which is 7. So the difference is very
So
minimal.
he sets it to 8.
Oh, you definitely
because that's the value of a click, right? So he doesn't. He just trashes the Ash and then runs again. Pays 6.
3.
He's having to think though. Sorry, he paid 3 and then he's having to think. He's going to take money first to leave him on 4 credits, just in case it's an NPD. It's an exploder.
So he would have scored that turn and 1.
He would have scored it that turn and 1.
Brendan bounced right back up to 9 credits though. Oh no,
but
that's sad.
Yeah.
Did he top deck that?
Yeah. No clot in the deck. Guy, what are you
Quest
doing?
completed. He could have just quest completed replacing a clot. I don't know.
But let's have a recap
That was
of that.
so
Okay.
close.
So
That was
he
really
pulled
close.
the Beal out of HQ. Fine. He pulled the Astra out of the remote. The quest completed. Yes. And then he used Escher to get the exploder out of the remote. Amazing.
Yeah.
There is no doubt in my mind who really won that game.
There was a moral victory there,
Yes.
and that was for Guy.
Agree. So very well done to Guy for making the cut and having this ridiculous deck and us getting
Making
to
the
see
call with
it.
Escher quest completed Chaos
Yeah.
Theory.
And the other one was at RP. Yeah.
I didn't play him on the day actually.
Oh, did you?
No, I didn't
Oh, you
play
didn't?
him on the
Yeah,
day.
no, I didn't play him either.
I played Brendan and didn't play Laurie. I didn't play Guy.
Yeah. So well done, Brendan though for
For winning.
for being facing an opponent that's got such nonsense going on and just maintaining the course.
See, if he didn't know his deck, if Guy had never played Brendan before, it was so close at the end there that if he didn't call Snowball, say he called
at
Corroder,
the start,
he's called Corroder or Lady, like any sensible person would have done, then those 10 credits, like, Brendan only ended on 9 credits. Like, that could have been different, right? He couldn't have scored that first Astro so quickly. It might have made a big difference. That deck knowledge, I mean, it's not like it's not cheating. They played each other fairly many times. They live in the same city. But that deck knowledge really did help there. Cause
calling Snowball was weird. The second one he called Stimhack. That's
and he'd
more
seen
reasonable. He's seen a Stimhack. It seems like a reasonable
and
thing.
And his Chaos Theory, there's often Stimmacks, No, the Snowball was obviously just because he knew Snowball was his only way of breaking
getting through
barriers, and he had barriers everywhere. So
okay, let me ask you about this then. During the quest completed turn, he ran R&D, he Stimhacked into R&D on click 1, and then he ran HQ on click 2, and he pulled a Beal. At that point, should quest completed even register in Brendan's mind? Because he had a chance to re-target that marketing. He could have targeted marketing for quest completed. Is that something you worry about? That comes into the question of if he's played against Guy a lot and he knows that card's in there, maybe he thinks that's what he's trying to do. Because it was on the second successful run. He's only an archive run away, so.
But he also knew that he could just click Opus and run in the server anyway.
Yes.
I think he realised when the Appman came out, the Stimhack Appman came out.
So he called Stimhack, so he thought Stimhack on the road, I guess, but. Yeah.
But like it was still on Snowball when he Stimhacked. Got the Appman at 4.
Yes.
And Brendan was like, oh, okay, he's got 3 clicks, he's got an Appman at 4, and he's got the Snowball. This Astro is getting stolen. Like he'd already sort of accepted. So I don't think he was thinking about that because he realised that he didn't even need to quest complete. He could just run in the remote.
Yes.
So we know it was a 4-strength Sentry.
Yeah.
Followed by a wraparound. So
maybe right.
He only needed 2 credits if he took a tag or 3 credits otherwise to get in. So even when he stole the Beard, he could still click Opus, run in, take a tag, and steal the Astro.
Yeah, and to be honest, we didn't see a lot of cards. Guy didn't install a lot of cards. There's a lot of event stuff going on because we had Legwell, we had Escher. He installed the source and that went away.
We assume he has a bit more of a rig.
He saw already interfaces and stuff, but they went in the bin. He didn't install any hardware. I didn't see any other hardware. It must have had mem chips or something.
There must
be
a personal workshop on that deck.
Maybe.
He's got loads of Stimhacks.
He's got Stimhack.
RDIs can go on there, and
I'd say personal workshop is likely. So maybe that's something you call. But at that point, it's kind of you're in the kind of mid game, so maybe it's a bit late. I don't know.
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, his calling Gordian Blade or whatever would also be.
Yeah, yes, or whatever he thinks it is. He deals with sentries. Maybe it is just Atman.
I'm guessing most of his sentries were sorted by the strength 4 Atman.
Maybe if he thinks that there's only Newshound is the only sentry,
you can have 3 of them.
Not unreasonable.
And that's probably that might be all of them. You might have a Gutenberg or a Data Raven maybe.
Gutenberg, yeah, that's Raven 4 as well.
Gutenberg's the only thing that it could be, and no one's going to break that with a Sentry Breaker anyway. They're just going to take the tag.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, so Brendan won.
Yep. Moves forward.
Yes, he does. So we unfortunately will not see Guy again. Yeah, I think he lost the second game as well. And no, actually he won. I think he won one. Oh, I'm afraid I don't remember now. But
top 8, 52 players, very impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So in the next round, we're going to see Ian Reid from Basingstoke. Yep. Is he actually from Basingstoke? He is actually from Basingstoke. He plays in Aldershot. Is that right? I think that's right.
Yeah, he plays.
He's in the kind of Aldershot meta.
Hampshire. He's around that. Well, yeah, he's around that way. Yeah. He beat me in round 1.
He's a good player.
That's why he's now in the winners bracket.
Oh right. Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I did 2-0 in the Swiss, and he almost didn't make the cut.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I was fine with that. I was just happy to be there.
Yep. So he's playing Kate. Bit of a weird one.
He's playing Kate, borrowed from another player we've seen recently on the cast.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And he's going to play against Theo, who's from London, and playing his NEH. Quite new to the game. Not new to the game. It's been around for about a year, but he wasn't at last year's tournaments. I don't remember seeing him.
Yeah.
So So Kate versus NEH. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a throwback.
Most of the list is on nothing.
Yeah.
It's not that Kate NEH. Well, it's that NEH, but it's not that Kate.
It is that NEH, yeah. But it's not that Kate. It's a weird Kate. Because that Kate doesn't really exist anymore, does it? I mean,
though at least
prepaid,
two very good, well-known players did bring prepaid Kate to this tournament.
They tried.
And
they're not in the cup though, are they? Yeah.
No, they were like, I'm holding on.
And they're great players, but it's not a good deck anymore. Yeah. Okay. Who knows?
I think Tim actually did quite well with it. It was his NEH let him down on the day.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, people have found it, and James did it as well. James has been in prepaid Kate. Not, I don't think this tournament, but he has since. I'm like, give it up, guys.
Yeah. There's been a bit floating around.
Gone.
It's the dream's over.
Gone.
Yeah. Yeah, the dream's over. So we're going to see a different type of Kate, the new meta Kate, post-wanted meta Kate, against post-wanted meta NEH, which is the same NEH, because they do nothing. All right. So I'd like to remind you that if you'd like to see any more of our videos, you can find them all at the website, nearandgrid.co.uk. You can also find us on Twitter and on Facebook, and you can find us on Patreon if you want to support the channel. Thank you, Joey, for helping me commentate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.